And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Britt McQuaid and I'm 25 years old from Perth, Western Australia. As you would have seen in the title, today we're doing another KMART haul. Yay, it's been my most popular video so far and I had this brilliant idea when I was in KMART the other day. So I'm really excited for this one. It is a beauty haul and I'm going to be trying the Oxx brand. So if you haven't been to KMART recently, it's this brand that is like at every KMART and the makeup is so cheap. So I'm really excited to sit down and talk you through the products. I created this whole look using all the makeup products from that brand. So if you'd like to see how I did this look, the products that I suggest and the products that I perhaps say save your coins on, then please keep on watching. Alright, so I'm back. So I'm really excited to try this brand. It is incredibly affordable. All the products I got cost a total of $63, and the only product that I don't have is a setting powder or a translucent powder. So that is crazy when you consider that like my Estee Lauder foundation is $60 alone. So I'm really excited to try it. So everything comes packaged in little like cartons, so that it's incredibly hygienic. It means that people can't try the testers. However, the only thing I will say is there actually aren't any testers out to try the product. I'm not sure if it's a COVID thing or just that's the way the brand is. But yeah, there's also like two different kind of Oxx brands that you can get. So you can get the Oxx Bloom, which looks a little bit more luxe than the other one. And then you can get Oxx Studio. So there's the two different packagings. But I've got everything. So I've got a full space of makeup. I've also got a pair of lashes to try at the end. I also got fake nails that I didn't end up putting on, but they do have those as well. And they do also have all the like utensils to use, like all the brushes, sponges and that kind of stuff. Also didn't pick that up, but I'm really excited. I'm hoping that we find some hidden gems products in here because like I said, it is incredibly affordable. But yeah, let's get into the face. So I've already got moisturizer on. I use the CeraVe moisturizer. It's in my everyday makeup video if you want to see that. But yeah, I've got that on, so we're going to jump straight into the primer. Alright, so the primer I got is the Prep and Prime Primer, and this one contains vitamin C, which is why I got it. I like the idea of vitamin C because it's meant to brighten your face, and I do have quite a pale face. This brand, there's a few products where they have so many options, and the primer is one of those examples. So like you could get a mattifying primer, moisturizing primer, primer serum, primer cream. I've got drops, which is crazy. But then I'll explain when I get into some of the other products. There were other products where like you couldn't really get many. That's what the little package looks like for this. And then it's got like the little dropper. So pretty excited for that. Alright, it's like, I would say it's like a moisturizer. So first thoughts is it doesn't really need a dropper because it's not actually dropping anything. We're going to grab that. It's quite thick, but drop that in. It actually feels really moisturizing on the face as well. And it doesn't have too much of a heavy scent. I am getting over a cold, so my sense of smell isn't great, but yeah, it doesn't have a chemical scent at all. I'd be interested to see like, I might try this primer during the week when I go to work with my normal foundation and see if it shows up. But first impressions is it's actually really nice. It feels really moisturizing, so I like that. So yeah, like that so far. Next I have a foundation. So I got the Luminous Luxe foundation, and it says that it's full coverage, long wear and a satin matte finish. So that's what this one looks like. I got it in the shade Porcelain, which is I believe the lightest shade they have. The foundation is another one of those products where They had so many different options. You could get mattifying, lightwear, natural finish, like everything you could think of. So the bottle is actually glass, so that's incredible because I believe it was like $6. So yeah, the foundation was only $7, so for it to come in a glass bottle is crazy. Oh, and it's actually got a pump, which is really good. So I'm just gonna put that on my normal beauty blender and we'll see what happens. Okay, first thoughts is the shade looks a little pink for me, which I have yellow undertones, but we'll try and make it work. So I'm just gonna dab that in. I would say that this does have a little bit of a chemically smell, but nothing crazy. So as you would have seen, I only put like 2 or 3 drops on and it does look like it's gonna go a long way, so that's really good. So let me just dab that in. It does definitely have a scent. I wouldn't say it's like bad per se, but there is a scent in there, and it is a little overpowering, and that's with me with a blocked nose. So far though, I'm not mad. The finish looks really nice. I'll be interested to see like how this would wear throughout the day. I might wear it to work and give you my thoughts in the next video I do. And I would say like the color match is actually pretty good. I thought it would be a lot pinker. In terms of color shades range, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. The shade range can definitely improve. There really isn't much. I am honestly not mad about that for $7. Let me just come a bit closer to the camera so you can see. So that's what that looks like. So far I'm actually pretty impressed. We'll obviously see how the products blend together, if it cracks during the rest of the face, but first impression, it's actually very good. We really like that. And I really like the package. Like, I'm impressed that it's glass and I like the little gold thing here. Yeah, so really like that. It actually doesn't feel very heavy on my face either, which is really good. I really love my Estee Lauder Double Wear, but I can feel it on my face, like I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, that's still my favorite. Yeah, I'm impressed so far. What do you guys think? Comment down below what you think. Alright, next we're going into concealer. So the concealer is another one of those products where you can pick up a few different options. I've gone again for the Oxx Bloom brand. It just looked a little bit better than the Oxx Studio. The Oxx Studio said that it was matte, but the Oxx Bloom just says it's all day wear concealer. And I've got it in the shade Swan, so it's 1.1. It should be lighter than Porcelain, which I'm hoping, because I do like a brightening look. What does it say about this on the back? It says that it should soften and smooth your complexion and the blemishes with this full coverage. So it's claiming to be full coverage, long wear formulation. It's free from parabens and some other things that I don't know. But yeah, pretty excited to give this a go. You'll see too, hopefully the camera's picking it up, but on the package it also shows you what kind of applicator the concealer comes with, which is really handy. So there were some different kind of applicator concealers, and the package told you like what the one would look like. So if you have a particular preference, that's really good. Again, it is a glass bottle and it's got the gold lid. This gold lid is actually like ribbed. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. So it's got little ribs in it, so that's really cool. I'm actually quite liking the package. It's like a cloudy, translucent-y thing. So let's see what this is like. Okay, so that's what the applicator looks like. It's a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, but we'll give this a go. Okay. I'm not convinced that this is gonna be full coverage just because I can already see the dark circles underneath where I'm putting it. But, you know, it's alright. Again, it does have a little bit of a chemically smell. It's nothing huge, but there is a smell there. How much was this? So the concealer was $5. So I'm just gonna take my blender. The Oxx Bloom brand seemed to be a little bit more expensive than the Oxx Studio, but again, this was $5. So you know what? It's actually not bad when I blend that out. So pretty good. I would usually want a concealer that has higher coverage, but this blends really nicely into my skin and into the foundation, so that's good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Just can't hurt. I haven't seen many people trying out the Oxx brand, so I thought, why not try it out on here? See if there's any hidden products in there. It's like not bad or anything, but I definitely wouldn't say that that is full coverage just because I don't think it's covered much of the dark circles that I have, and I do have pretty prevalent dark circles, so I can tell. I'm just gonna take some of my setting powder, the Laura Mercier powder. This is the product that I forgot to purchase, and just set the concealer in place and hope that it doesn't crease at all. And then we'll move on to some of the other face products. So far I'd say that the primer I'm liking, the foundation I like the finish, and the concealer I would say no. So just feeling my face, I would say that the foundation definitely needs a powder on top. It feels, I wouldn't say it's mattifying. It did say it has a satin finish, but it does feel like it will move. So I'm just gonna put some of that Laura Mercier powder on my face as well, just to set it in place. That already feels much better. I do have an hourglass powder that I normally use as well, but we'll just use this. Yeah, that feels so much better. It was almost feeling a little bit tacky. So I would suggest if you do pick up the foundation by Oxx Bloom, do make sure that you have a powder at home just to really lock it in place. Alright, moving on, I picked up a bronzer. This is in the Oxx Studio. It's in the shade Sunrise, and it's the lightest bronzer they have. This is where I'm getting a little bit nervous because this is the lightest they had, and to me it does look a little dark. Perhaps it's the packaging. So this is in a plastic carton, and that's what it looks like. I'll just show you the color. Yeah, that's what the color of the bronzer looks like. So I'm just gonna put this on a little contour brush, and the brush I use all the time, the nice big fluffy one, and I'm gonna use the bronzer as a contour, and hopefully it's not too bad. So there is a little bit of a fallout, but it seems to have picked up in a bit. It's actually coming out lighter than I would have expected because it does look quite dark in there. So, pretty good. So I'm just gonna contour my face with this. You know what? That's actually a really nice color on me. So I take back all the remarks I said, and I actually will be using that again. I think that that has laid really nicely on top of the foundation and powder. So I really like that. So that's a yes. There's definitely some pretty good products in here. How much was the bronzer? For reference, the bronzer was only $5, so that's really good. Next, I'm really excited for this one because it looks beautiful. I've got the Oxx Bloom Marble Blush. and I've got it in the shade 3 Peachy Glow. Doesn't that just look beautiful in there? I'm hoping that something comes up. I'm hoping that some of the product shows up on my face and it looks just as nice on my skin as it does in there. So it does say that it delivers a silky colour and sheer finish that glides on easily, blends beautifully and creates glowing definition. So if you're not into shimmery blushes, then they do have some matte ones, so maybe try that. But I like a shimmery blush, so I'm excited to give that a go. So here, this gives you a good comparison of the brands. So that's Oxx Studio, so they use like the black branding, and then there's Oxx Bloom that use this gold colour. You can get the marbled bronzer version, and you can also get matte blushes in Oxx Studio. So yeah, it looks really nice. Oh, it's actually picking up. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's picking up really nice on my finger. Oh, I'm pretty excited. This is definitely a glowy blush. So again, if you're not into that, then this one's not for you. So I'm just taking it on a blush brush, packing that on, and I'm just gonna put it on the cheekbone. I can see the glow, so the glow's coming here. I'm not sure how much colour payoff I'm getting, but again, it did say that it's sheer, so. Okay, wow, okay, we've gone a bit ham. Oh, look at the glow, isn't that beautiful? This will be really nice in summer. So yeah, you can really see that. It's picked up the colour really, really well. For something that claims to be sheer, like that's pretty good. Like that's a pretty good colour payoff. I really like that colour. It's really nice on pale skin. And I like the sheen. I like having a bit of a glittery blush, but it's not for everybody. So yeah, let me just come close so you can see the face. So far, I'm living for it, to be honest. Alright, moving on to eyes. This is one of the products where they didn't actually have much variety to choose from, which I find really weird because things like foundation and primer, they have every option you can think of, but they don't really have any eyeshadow. And the only eyeshadow that I could find is in the Oxx Bloom brand, not in the Oxx Studio brand. But the one that I did pick up is called the Oxx Bloom eyeshadow palette, and I got it in number 1, which is blush. So again, it's in that really nice branding, so I like that. It says that it's high pigment and silky smooth, so we'll see about that. You don't have lots of options, but it's just a little like dusty rosy pink kind of palette. So I'm gonna try and make a simple eye look out of this, and we'll see how it goes. Straight off the bat, there are no matte colors, so yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it just on that principle by itself, but that's fine. So I'm tapping into this middle shade at the front, so none of the shades are named, but that's alright. It is powdery, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to put that as a translucent colour all over my lid. It actually does have a bit of payoff, which is good. There is a lot of fallout though, so as long as you're fine with that, which doesn't bother me too much. Okay, yeah, not bad. So I'm going to go into like the rose gold shade just here, and put that over the lid as well, just because that transition colour is a little bit low. I'm just taking on a blending brush. And I want to deepen it up now, so I'm going to go into this deep pink colour over there. I'm going to put that on the outer third of my eyelid. Okay, this shade's not really giving me any payoff, I would say. I'm just gonna try. So I'm getting somewhere, but I have dipped my brush in a lot and I've had to kind of drag it to get through the first layer of the product. Alright, so the eyes aren't going great if I'm being honest. I'm just trying to tap into every single colour just to make something. So I wouldn't recommend. Maybe if you're a beginner and you want to just learn and practice, but I'm really excited because my next video I'm going to film my ideal morning routine. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, which is just @BrookeMcQuaid, if you want to, over there you'll get updates that I'm currently doing a self-development project. So I'm enrolled in the Rise and Conquer project, which is run by Georgie Stevenson, and it's like a 6-week program where we learn about self-development and how to level up and become our best selves. And like part of that is looking at areas in your life that you do have control of and really seeing what you could change to, let me try and explain this. So part of that is that we visualize ourselves as our next level self and what their day looks like, what their morning routine looks like, examples like that. And then you look at your current life and you see where there's areas that you could implement changes already. So for example, for me, I don't have any morning routine at all. I'm not a morning person. I roll out of bed and go straight to work. So I really want to change that. So this week coming up, I'm gonna film doing that Monday to Friday, maybe on the weekend, we'll see. And like just really get into the groove of what my ideal morning would be and how I want it to look. And yeah, I'm hoping by telling you this, I keep myself accountable because you'll be expecting that as the next video. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's next for me. But let's get back to the makeup. So I am just gonna do my eyebrows off of camera and I'll come back to you guys. So for the eyebrows though, before I go and do that, they actually have a brow pomade, which I think is pretty incredible to have a brow pomade in like a drugstore, incredibly cheap brand. I've actually never used one, so I'm pretty excited to give this a go. I got it in dark brown, and then I also got the tinted brow gel in dark brown as well. So that's what that looks like, and both of these are by the Oxx Studio brand. So excited to give those a go, but let me just do my brows and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back and the brows are now done. They're very much filled in, but I'm pretty happy with them actually. So first thoughts on the pomade, I definitely need to practice more. I think it might be just me, but it comes out quite thick. So I struggled to work out how you could do really fine hairs, but I really do like it. It definitely is dark brown, so just keep that in mind. It's almost a little too dark for me, but I don't mind. So I'm gonna play around with that a little bit more. Again, this did come in the glass tub, which is crazy for the price that it was. And it was even alfoil sealed, so love that. And the next thing was the little brow gel, which I actually really like. I think I would have preferred it if it was clear, which they didn't actually have that option, but I do really like it. And it does feel like it's locked those in. Not too crazy, like I could definitely move them around a bit, but it does feel like they're there. So I actually quite like those products. I'm excited to give them a go. Next we're gonna move on to, actually, before I move on to mascara, I did forget, I also picked up a liner, so why don't we give that a go. I'm not really good at liner, but we'll try. So it is by Oxx Studio, that brand, and it is the eyeliner pen wind up and it's smudge resistant, long wear. It says that it applies softly and smoothly with precision. This formula is resistant to water, heat, humidity, ensuring long-lasting definition. So I'm actually excited that it's the wind-up pencil rather than straight like felt tip pen, because those ones are a bit more tricky to work with and I do find they bleed a bit. But okay, interesting. So I just move it out. So that's what it looks like. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but you can just wind it up and down. So I'm just gonna smudge the top of my eye crease, I think. I'm just gonna bring a mirror close to me, so just excuse me for a minute, and then I'll show you. That's what we're working with. I don't think I like it, but let me try here. Maybe it would be better on your waterline. It's definitely easier to work with than something like a felt tip. I'm just gonna add a little bit to my lower lash as well. So I'm putting this on my waterline. Okay. I would definitely use something like this for my waterline. I don't know about the top, but oh, look at that on the waterline. It looks really nice. I'm wondering if this was a product that I had to warm up a little bit before I use it. So thoughts on this for my waterline, definitely. I would definitely use this on my waterline. I don't think that I would use it up here just because I do have eyeliners that I prefer to that. But it's not bad, but I've definitely had better ones, and the color isn't like intense. It looks quite intense here, but up here it is like not midnight black, which is what I want when I'm doing eyeliner. So next I'm gonna put on some mascara, and then I'll pop on some lashes. So the mascara that I picked up, again you could pick up a few different options. They had some in the Oxx Bloom brand and also in the Oxx Studio brand. I went for Oxx Bloom Lengthening Mascara. So that's what this looks like. For some reason the lengthening one was waterproof. I didn't particularly want that, but no, that's fine. Again, I'm hoping the camera will pick this up, but on the side here it gives you a visual of what the brush looks like, which is really good. So the volumizing brush had a different finish, so I think that's really handy, especially when you can't look at it yourself. So I love that. They did have this in brown as well. So this says, get luscious long lashes with this waterproof lengthening mascara. Containing castor seed oil, this formula thickens and strengthens your lashes for show-stopping and glamorous look. So you're pretty excited to give this a go. I'm really fussy with mascara. So like, I can't imagine that this will become part of my everyday makeup, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. So the package is beautiful again. It's got the type of mascara that you've got on there. And then it has that gold ribbed lid again. So hoping that will pick up. So it's similar to the concealer. So this is what the brush looks like. I'm hoping it picks up on camera. It's kind of like a ribbed zigzaggy brush. I don't really know how to explain it. I haven't seen many like this, but yeah. Let's apply it to the lashes. I'm gonna just bring my mirror in again. Alright, I wish I didn't have eyeliner on now because it's hard to tell, but that is actually really lengthening and it didn't clump at all, so I'm actually quite impressed by this. I'll say it reminds me of the Sky High mascara in terms of the lengthening. I prefer volumizing mascara myself, but it's actually really good. So I'd probably wear this along with my volumizing mascara that I like, but I'm actually quite impressed. So I'm gonna do the other eye and then I'm gonna put some lashes on and we'll be right back to finish off the look. Okay, so I've got the lashes on now. So I use the style Kylie. They're meant to be, I think, volume lashes, yeah. Couple of things. The adhesive that they come with sucks, so I just went and used my Duo one. Next, they are really long, so I definitely should have trimmed them. They're not bad, but I wouldn't probably buy them again. If you're just doing a shoot or you're going somewhere for a couple of hours, maybe you can buy these lashes, but they feel, I know they're fake lashes, but they feel really fake. I feel like they look not great, and they kind of hurt. like they're kind of hurting my eyes, so I don't think I can recommend the lashes. Again though, if I had to do like a shoot and I didn't want to go out and buy a $20 pair, then I might pick them up again, but that's my thoughts on the lashes. So now we've just got lips. Lips was another one of those products where this brand didn't really stock very much in terms of lip products and also lip shades. They had a lot of bright pink and reds, but no like nude colors, brown colors, nothing like that. And a lot of their lipsticks were on clearance. So it's kind of like a little bit of hit and miss with what products you want to get, because like I said earlier, primers, foundations, bronzers, blush, those kind of products they had so many options of. But I did pick up this. It's actually a cheek and lip tint, which I'm hoping I can kind of use like a lip gloss, and I got it in Dusty Rose, so that's what it looks like. It just tells me to blend a small amount onto cheeks with my fingers if I wanted to use that, or just dab it onto my lips. So we're gonna give that a go. The other thing that I'm starting to notice is I do think the foundation is cracking a little bit under the powder, so that's not good. It doesn't suggest that it would be long wear. I still would definitely wear it. I think I'll wear it to work, give it a fair go, and I do think the finish is nice, but yeah, just keep that in mind. So I would say that this little package looks a lot more cheap than the other products packages. It's just a little tube with the little black nozzle, and it looks like your old school kind of lip gloss. I'm just going to apply that to my lips and see how that looks. The product feels nice on, and it does give it like a nice little tint. I thought for a second there it was going to be bright pink, but it just kind of gives like a nice little natural pop of colour. I would have loved to have tried their lipstick, but it would have been bright red, and I didn't think that would go with the rest of the makeup. Alright, there we go. So now to set this in place. Setting spray again is another product where you could have got lots of different options. I've gone for the Oxx Bloom Set and Perfect setting spray. It's meant to hydrate and revive my skin as well as soothe it. It says that it's prolong and protects my makeup with this set and set setting spray. It boosts my skin's radiance with hydrating electrolytes and energizing caffeine. So that's pretty cool. They have, again, mattifying, hydrating, brightening. They have a lot of different options for setting spray. It's in that white little uniter. It's in that white packaging, similar to the primer, with little gold details. I actually really like the Oxx Bloom packaging. So that's pretty nice. And let's spritz it up. And there you have it. So this is a full face of makeup from just the products that I bought on my KMART Beauty Haul, and they're all by the brand Oxx. So this is what it looks like. I'll just show you a little bit closer up. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either, that's for sure. I do have some thoughts. So starting with products that I will actually definitely use again, and I recommend maybe picking them up and trying them out. I'm very interested in trying the Prep and Prime primer again. So this little guy, I think that it is incredibly moisturizing. I'm not sure if it's more moisturizer than primer, but I'm excited to give that a go. So other things I recommend, I really liked this Marblewood blush. Again, if you're not into shimmery blushes, then you probably aren't gonna like it, but I really liked that blush. I also really liked the bronzer, and I got that in the shade Sunrise. I thought this bronzer was going to be way too dark for me, but it's actually come up really nicely on my skin, and I'll definitely be using that again. Other things I recommend, I'm definitely going to use the brow gel. I do wish they had a clear one, but the brow products I think were both really good. And there's nothing that I can fault on this setting spray, so maybe give those a go as well. Products that perhaps I'd say were misses. One is the eyelashes. Again, for a quick shoot, I probably will purchase them just to wear for that. but they do kind of hurt my eyes and the glue was not good, so I'd just buy some from the pharmacy or Priceline. The eyeshadow, like, it might be good for a beginner trying to learn little tips in makeup, but there are no matte shadows in there, so I probably can't recommend that. The concealer, only because it did say that it is full coverage and that was sheer, so I don't like that just in terms of I like a full coverage concealer. So I don't like that just because I prefer full coverage concealers, but if you're into a little bit of a natural lightweight one, then maybe you'll like that. The foundation, I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna give it a go for the rest of the week, I think. I just feel like it's starting to crack a little bit, but it could be that I put too much powder on top. So I might try it with my Hourglass powder and see how that goes. The mascara was nice. I do prefer my volumizing mascara, so not sure about that. And then the lip and cheek tint. Look, I think this kind of reminds me of kids' makeup. Like, it definitely tinted my lips and it looks nice. And maybe it'll stay and it'll surprise me. But I wouldn't recommend it. I will try it for my cheeks just to give it a go. But, you know, that's what my thoughts are. So yeah, there you have it. Those are my hit and misses. I really enjoyed filming this. I like trying all these little brands that I just feel like we see everywhere but we never try. I hope you enjoyed having another KMART video. As I mentioned before, next week's video is going to be my morning routine. So I'm really excited for that video because it's going to be a challenge for me as well. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and follow me over on my Instagram. It's just @BrooklynQuaid, and I'll see you in my next video.